Before diving into the exercises, it's crucial to understand how our circulatory system works. The heart is the main organ responsible for pumping blood throughout the body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every corner of our organism. When blood is pumped to the legs, it must return to the heart. Muscle contraction aids this process, as when the muscles contract and relax, they massage the veins and push the blood upwards, facilitating its return to the heart. We call this venous return. Standing still with hardly any leg movement is one of the worst situations to hinder venous return. If you work standing up and can walk frequently, there's no problem. Add some of these exercises to your daily routine. If you work standing up and can barely move due to the characteristics of your profession, I encourage you to do all the exercises to keep your muscles active and promote venous return. I'm going to suggest 5 exercises that you can do practically without moving and that you can perform at work without anyone noticing to improve leg circulation. Access more than 500 videos through my application. Download it in the top right corner of the screen. To carry out the exercises, you will only need a chair that can be replaced by a counter, or a bar and a pair of books that can also be replaced by a small box. We're going to work the muscles from distal to proximal to promote all that venous return from the feet through the knees to the hips. The feet are like sponges. They are full of veins and vessels that fill and empty as we walk. The activation of the intrinsic muscles of the foot is therefore very important and is the first essential step to improve venous return. To work those muscles, we are going to move the toes. It's very simple. Lift your toes as high as you can without lifting the sole of your foot off the ground. Then flex them down and towards the heel as if you wanted to reduce the existing space between the big toe and the heel. Hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, relax and raise your toes again. 1, 2, 3, flexion. 1, 2, 3. Extension. 1, 2, 3. Flexion. 1, 2, 3. A very simple gesture that guarantees us the good activation of the intrinsic muscles of the foot, and that is an excellent first stage to start emptying all those muscles and those distal veins towards the ankle and calf. We've done 5 reps, let's do 10 reps total. I lift the toes, I flex, I hold for 3 seconds. 6, I lift, I flex. 7, we only have 3 left. I flex 2, penultimate repetition, I lift the toes, 3 seconds, I flex 3 seconds, and last repetition up and down. Perfect. Once that area of the foot is emptied, we go a little higher to work. The calf area, in it are the 2 most important muscles in venous return, the calf and sodium. We call these muscles the second heart because of their leading role in returning venous blood to the heart. Activating these muscles is quite simple. All you have to do is lean on your chair, table or counter, lift the tips of your feet, in this case also the soles of your feet, as you can see on screen, and then stand on your tiptoes. We hold for 3 seconds in each position. Complete 10 repetitions. Tip of the foot towards you, lifting the sole of the foot as much as possible to also work the front part of the leg. And then, very strong, very powerful, we rise on the tips of our toes, lifting our heels off the ground for 3 seconds. Try to give it power and strength. To this exercise, contracting your calves to the maximum to feel how that blood goes up, improving venous return. We've done 4. We'll do 6 more together. 5. Over the heels. On the tips. 6. The chair is not entirely necessary. You could do it without a chair, although you're likely to lose your balance. I always recommend leaning on some surface to make the exercise easier. 8. We have 2 left. On the heels, on the toes, 9. Last repetition. Heel lifting that toe well and toe, 10. Very good, we have worked mainly on the calf but also the front part of the leg, or what we call the anterior tibial muscle. Now we are going to work on the inner part, posterior tibial and outer part of the leg, peroneal muscles, which although they do not have so much involvement in circulation, it is always good to work them to achieve optimal results. For this, again, we lean on the counter, on the chair or on the wall, whatever you can. We separate our feet a little and we are going to arch those feet outwards, supporting ourselves only by the outer side of the foot. We hold for 3 seconds as always and do the opposite. We arch our feet outwards, separate the outer part of the foot from the floor and hold again for a few seconds. Here we are working the peroneals and here we are working the tibial area. We complete 10 repetitions. We have 1, 2. Just make sure not to place your feet too close together for now. Because if you do, you could hit your knees when we take off. The outside of the foot. 3. Join me and let's complete 10 repetitions together. 4. 5, 6. 6. Anything that mobilizes both the ankle and foot as well as the toes will be very appreciated and will cause great sensations and great effects at the level of circulation. 7. We have 3 left, outside. Inside, 8. Outside. Inside, 9. Last repetition. Inside and 10. Perfect. A very simple and very beneficial exercise. Next, we are going to lean on the chair again, plant one of the feet on the ground, supporting only the tip of the foot, and from here we are going to perform circles with the ankle outward, 2, 10 outward, 4 and 10 inward. Again, a very pleasant exercise that seeks to mobilize the ankle joint and that will bring you great relief in the sensation of legs. 8, 9 and 10. And another 10 to the inside. 1, 2, very wide as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And we repeat with the opposite foot. Tip of the foot resting on the ground. I position myself this way so you can see it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 10 circles outward and 10 circles inward. 7, 8, 9 and 10. And inward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10. Perfect. We continue with a stretching exercise for which we will need the books I mentioned at the start of the video. It's a calf stretch, a very simple exercise that can help us completely empty the calf muscle, continuing with the emptying we have done at the distal level of the feet and calf. To carry it out, place a couple of books on the floor, rest your heel on the ground and the part of the pads, the part of the toes on the books. Once you're here, what you have to do is advance with the opposite leg as much as possible to feel a tightness behind the calf. You can lean on the chair too, lean a little further forward or lean on the wall like athletes do. The important thing is that the angle that the foot forms and the leg closes, as you can see in the graphic on screen, to increase the tension and thus improve the effect on circulation. We're going to hold the right foot together for 30 seconds and then repeat on the left foot. If you have a curb or work on the street, you'll be able to do this exercise without any problem. If you work indoors and can't rest your foot anywhere, a couple of books will be more than enough. We've already done 30 with the right leg. Let's switch. Left foot, heel on the ground, ball of the foot on the books, And important here, the opposite foot that moves forward to close that space between foot and shin. The further forward I lean, the more weight I put on the right foot, the greater the tightness in the calf will be. Left. We hold again for 30 seconds. We've got 10. 20 and 30. Very well. These are basically the 5 best exercises you can do standing at your job without people noticing. However, I'm going to add a couple more exercises for which we will only need a chair like this or a support. Medium, where you can place your foot. To do this, place the chair in front of you. Stand up, place one foot on the chair and lean forward, maintaining a straight position, sticking out your chest with your hands resting on your thigh to achieve activation at the quadriceps level and also at the same time activation in the stabilizing muscles of the ankle and knee. An excellent exercise that continues with that, emptying that we have started from the foot calf and that now focuses more on the quadriceps area. You lean forward. We hold for 3 seconds and return to the starting position. The more you lean forward, the harder the exercise will be and the more you'll notice that knee shaking. 2. We're going to do 10 repetitions together, straight, upright. I lean. 3. Hold for a couple of seconds and return to the starting position. 4. 5. I don't know if you can see it, but the chair also shakes a little bit, as you can see here, from the support force I'm applying on my left leg. The more support there is here, the more I lean forward. The greater the demands for strength at the knee level. 2 left, 9 remain. Last repetition, I lean. And I return. To the initial position 10, change of leg. Same operation. Hand on the knee. I lean forward as far as I can. It is not necessary for us to fall on the chair. 1. And we repeat the exercise 10 times. 1, 2. 3, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. We have 2 left. 9. Last repetition, stand up straight. I lean forward, hold for a couple of seconds, and 10. Perfect. Great exercise to work the musculature of the knees. Finally, we finish with an exercise of squatting, which again seeks to empty all the muscles, but not only of the feet or legs, but especially at the level of the buttocks. To do this, position yourself behind your chair, lean slightly on the chair, spread your feet a little wider than the width of your shoulders, and slowly lower your buttocks backwards. Do it according to your abilities. There are people who will be able to reach all the way down without any problem. And there are other people who will only be able to bend a little, bend as much as your body allows you to. It will always be better to do a little activity than to do absolutely nothing. Let's do 10 repetitions together. We bend. 1, we bend, hold for a couple of seconds down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last repetition. 10. Excellent work. We started with the feet, and we have been progressively moving up to activate all the muscles and improve that venous return from the feet to the hips. These 5 exercises are perfect for improving circulation in the legs if you spend a lot of time standing. And most importantly, the first 5 you can do at any time of the day at your work without anyone noticing. Try to walk and move as much as you can. And if you have to stand still by obligation, place 1 or 2 books on the floor to alternate the support of your feet and rest your legs alternately. But if you've made it this far, it's because you're enjoying the video, because it's being useful to you, or maybe because you're in love with this bald head. Subscribe so you can see it more often and share the video with those who need it. If what you're looking for is personalized attention or a longer exercise program to solve your injury, you can contact me on my platform physiotherapy@yourfingertips.com so I can take care of your case personally. Greetings. I hope to see you again very soon in one of my other videos.